Close your eyes. Breathe in deep. Let the breath out. You're about to be guided into an imaginal world of bright light and color, a world that awaits the touch of the right dreamer. Lavender blossoms bend in the wind, their unmistakable scent filling the air. The sun lifts out of the hills to the east. Feel its warmth on your face. Hear the steady drone of bees and the calls of birds. Release heaviness. Let it float out of you and away. Now, you're ready to journey. You're in a colorful dreamscape. You know this because there's an unusual texture to what you're seeing. Everything looks real, but instinctively you know that the dream world around you is soft, maneuverable. You reach out, swiping your hand through the air. Sure enough, you can move and manipulate whatever you touch. Your mouth falls open a little as you realize that this dreamscape is your canvas, and your hand the brush. You marvel as well at the vivid inconsistency of it. Northern lights glowing in the sky, ribbons of fluorescent green and yellow snaking across the expanse. Reason tells you that you should be in the northern latitudes, but below your bare feet is moist, rich, warm soil. You're standing in a field of mature lavender, rows and rows of it stretching out for miles on either side of you. Bees buzz around the plants, drawn to the nectar in the lavender pods. Somewhere, a meadowlark sings. The breeze picks up, stirring the scent of the plants. Setting off through the fragile tissue of this dreamscape, you know immediately what you're after. A dream catcher. Its web spun not from sinew, but from pure silk. If you find it, then you can shape your dreams, becoming a lucid dreamer and orchestrating your own desired outcomes. You breathe deep, inhaling the heady scent of the lavender. The low hum of the bees vibrates in your head. The northern lights radiate a powerful glow that envelops and warms you. You wander between the lavender plants, your hand skimming the tops of the blossoms. Curious, you pluck one of them, using the tip of it like a paintbrush to swirl invisible designs in the air. Then you step back in surprise as those designs light up, suspended in the ether of this dream world. You lift the lavender blossom again and begin to draw. From its tip flows an iridescent stream of pure color. You write your name and watch in fascination as it hangs there for a moment. A deep prismatic blue, then slowly fades away. Now you draw a picture of the sun, which glows a bright yellow white, then flames out like a mini supernova. You hear the meadowlark again. You draw a picture of the bird, then step back to admire your rendering, the image glowing in full color, bursting into song, then dissolving as the bird wings away. Following some inner prompting, you draw a portal, a doorway into another dreamscape. The door frame begins to glow, sparks dripping from it as it beckons. Cautiously you step through, finding yourself in a new dreamscape, this time somewhere in the Arctic. The portal closes behind you, The lavender pod falls from your hand, but you can't be distracted with that now. Beneath your bare feet is a glittering prairie of snow that stretches out for miles in every direction. Still barefoot, you expect to feel chilled, but surprisingly, the snow isn't cold, just powdery and soft. When you lift your gaze, expecting to see the northern lights, this time you're staring up into what looks like a deep blue sea. A coral reef bright as a rainbow fans out across the sky. Jellyfish drift, their long tendrils waving in the vastness. Tiny silvery fish dart here and there, bumping into stars and causing them to wink like jewels. You see a shark cruising, and you watch as his elegant tail swishes, causing each star it hits to glow even brighter. For a moment, you remember that there was something you wanted badly, something that had to do with your dreams. But the thought escapes, slippery as a fish. And with your mind empty, you decide to make a new canvas. Your smile lifts as you reach out your hands and begin to rotate the world. Everything tilts, and your stomach flutters as the world flips. Suddenly, you're standing in warm, knee-high ocean water. You let out a gasp of delight as tiny silverfish dart between your legs and a bioluminescent wave breaks, the foam rolling toward you. Strands of coral tinted every color in nature give off a warm glow, lighting up the water. Your head goes back, and as you stare up at what is now the sky, you watch clouds drift like powdered snow. What was it you wanted here, in this shimmering dreamscape? Something for your dreams. Your brow furrows for a moment as you try to call back thoughts of your objective. But your mind is as clear as the water. Again, the urge to manipulate your surroundings grips you, and you let out a laugh as you realize you can create anything you want. You reach down into the water, your hands cupping as they form a pool that traps a tiny fish. As the water escapes through your fingers and the fish remains, flopping around in your hands, you toss him back in the water and watch him wriggle away. Inspired by the glowing coral reef, you reach up high, and as your hand arcs through the air, a rainbow forms, the colors saturating the sky. To your surprise, tones begin to reverberate everywhere around you. The harmonies of the color frequencies tuning, playing, creating an otherworldly music you can feel all the way into your bones. Your eyes close as the music fills you, strange and hypnotic. Overcome, you stagger backwards into shallower water and collapse, no longer able to remember where you are or why you are. You lie back in the water, afraid that you're losing yourself. With your last conscious thought, you journey backwards through your thoughts and sensations, seeing the brilliant rainbow, the swaying coral, the luminescent wave breaking and rolling toward you, the tiny silverfish. You can picture your own hands rotating the world, flipping it, until you're standing again on the snow prairie, gazing up into the deep blue ocean above you, where jellyfish drift, glimmering like stars. And now, As the potent scent of lavender fills your head, you remember. You wanted the dream catcher, an object spun from pure silk thread, powerful enough to enable you to become a lucid dreamer. With that in your possession, you believe you could control your dream world as soon as you entered it. But as the warm water pools around you, you have a sudden inner knowing. You don't need the dream catcher. You are the dream catcher. Resonating to this startling knowledge, you sit up. Determined, you reach up once more, your hand closing around stars which trail threads of light as you gather them and pull them from the sky. You drop them into your lap, then reach again, gathering more stars which trail long, delicate tendrils of light that sway in the light breeze like silk thread. Over and over you reach, plunging both hands into the sky now, sweeping, gathering, the clusters of tiny stars, trailing threads of pure light. Once you've got a pile big enough to satisfy you, you begin wrapping the stars around and around you, creating a glowing starlit tangle that forms a crude net. You wrap yourself until you're clothed in star silk. You're a glowing human dream catcher, with the power to create your own reality in any dreamscape you land in. Deep wisdom tells you that you've always had this power. Your eyes close as you breathe in pure starlight and feel it light up the spaces inside you. Your solar plexus, your heart space, your head. With that white light darting around inside you, you can feel yourself powering up. Now you stand up, your hands reach, and you rotate the world again, flipping it once more. The lavender blossom is long gone, but you don't need it. Your finger becomes a stylus as you draw another portal that sparks and drips with light. You step back through, into the world of lavender, and the portal snaps shut behind you. The sun is rising. The sky glows pink, and as you reach up and your hand arcs through the air, a new rainbow streams from the tips of your fingers. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet vault directly over your head, their frequencies growing in strength as the sounds of the colors sync up and begin to vibrate. A flock of birds bursts from the lavender, and you smile as the light of the rainbow touches their wings. Awed by the power of your hands, you skim your palms over the tips of the lavender blossoms once more, and as you do, you can hear the music of the natural world. You begin to walk, letting your heart vibrate in synchrony with this gorgeous dreamscape of your own making. You are a journeyer.